Hi everybody, Miro from Park Bench Plainfield here. Thank you for joining me today and welcome to your community website where we share and feature the stories of business professionals who live, work, or play in the Plainfield area. Today my guest is Kirk and he's the owner of the Crave restaurant right here in North Plainfield. I hope that you find his story interesting and enjoyable. Hey Kirk, welcome to Park Bench Plainfield and thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me today and give us a chance to get to know you a little bit better today.
Thank you.
So why don't we start by just tell me, how did you get into this business? What made you want to do this?
Well, I was in the electrical distribution business for a lot of years and decided to get out of that, and I was asked by a friend of mine, Joe Aurelio, to come over and become the COO of Aurelio's Pizza. Okay. So I did that in 2010, and that was my first venture into the food business. It was a little different with that because it was a big company, a lot of franchises.
Right.
Then left there in 2015 and decided to buy a group of stores from Mr. Portillo called Honey Jam Cafes. And I did that with some financial partners. They helped finance it. Ran those for a couple of years and then decided it was time to go do something of my own. So the old Plainfield Delight here was for sale. Decided to venture out with a couple of investors into creating our own new brand called Crave.
How long have you actually owned this place?
Well, we purchased the company in May. As
Okay.
Plainfield Delight. We kept it as Plainfield Delight for about 2 months and then made the conversion to Crave on July 1st.
Right. You hear a lot of stories about people starting business from scratch. Now, this situation here is a little bit different. You're actually already taking over a building and a customer base and an established business in a way. So how does that, what kind of challenges does that present?
Well, there were a few different challenges. One was coming in and when we took over the business, we decided that with computer systems and staffing and everything that we needed to do was to change the menu right away. But we didn't change the name of the brand. So we ran into a little bit of an issue of current customers coming in and now the menu's been changed. Some of the things we took off the menu, but we tried to keep everything as similar as possible. And then we shortened the menu quite a bit from what the old menu was, which was about 6 pages, and we shortened it down to about 4. And we took all the items off the menu that really weren't selling.
Right.
And then we made some additional changes, like we took a bread basket off the table and we went with fresh bread. And some people liked that, some people didn't. Those are some of the challenges you run into with the business. The name, Plainfield Delight, was a challenge also in that we knew we were going to be changing it, but we didn't know exactly what we were going to change it to. We had some ideas what we were going to do, and it helped us by running the business for about a month to figure out that it was a breakfast, lunch, and dinner restaurant already, and we needed to tell people that it was a breakfast, lunch, dinner restaurant because it did say Plainfield Delight Pancake Cafe, so people didn't know that we had dinner here.
Right.
Although the dinner business was very good, new people wouldn't know that there was dinner here. So we decided to change it to Crave and just put breakfast, lunch, dinner and tell people exactly what it was.
You've been doing this for about 10 years now, since 2010 when you first got into the restaurant business.
Yes.
Right? What keeps you going? What motivates you? I mean, 10 years is, a pretty long stretch of time.
It was a long time, and it was, the changes were the different types of businesses that I was in. What I really love about the business overall, though, is the employees and the guests. To create an atmosphere where people can come out to eat, enjoy themselves, have something really good to eat, not overpriced, have a variety of different foods, but then be served by some of the nicest people in the business, and that's what I try to hire. I try to hire local community employees so that they have a stake in the brand, that they like the brand, to create a community atmosphere within the restaurant. And that is what makes it so much fun. Right. And there's a lot of young people, younger than I am. I used to be one of those young people, and now I'm the oldest person in the business, which is very different. But it's fun working with the younger kids and teaching them and watching them grow, and then we're looking to expand the brand down the road. The idea is to build 4 or 5 of these restaurants throughout the different communities and build a brand called Crave.
Awesome.
And then bring jobs to the area, but also bring great restaurants that the community can be proud of and the people in the community can love coming to.
Right. If someone's thinking about starting their own business or their own restaurant right now, what advice would you give them?
Make sure you have a good business plan. And whatever you think you need to market to, understand that marketing is all about not how you think. There's a great book called Marketing to People Not Like Me. So in other words, you can build a restaurant and make it just the way you like it. But if a grocery store did that, they'd only have 15 items in it. They wouldn't have 150,000 items on the shelves. So you have to be open to opening things and creating a greater atmosphere that's more than just about you and about your ideas, but really make it about, utilize your employees to give you ideas, utilize the community to show you the things that they like, bring customer focus groups in and figure out what works well for them, what are they looking for before you even get started.
So make sure you listen to everyone around you.
Yes.
And make sure you can adjust to it and have a flexibility in a way in your business model, because if you're rigid, chances are you're not going to get it right the first time. You'll have to try a few different times before it gets to where you want it to be.
And also understand that you're going to make mistakes along the way. I'm fortunate enough that by the time I got to put the Crave brand together, I had made a lot of those mistakes.
Right.
So we avoided a lot of those mistakes.
So let me ask you this. For the young folks out there who are thinking about starting a business, what are some of the mistakes that you wish you could have avoided, that you know about now but you didn't know about when you were first starting out?
Well, from a business perspective, it would be that working with suppliers and understanding how suppliers, what makes them successful, because you always want your suppliers to be successful because you need them in order to make your business successful. So to work with them, to understand that the world has changed a little bit from a standpoint of employees. So being more understanding of schedules, not being as rigid with, okay, you work this schedule and you have to be at work. Like your employees have families, they have lives outside of the business, and it's going to affect, and being more open with that and being more flexible was something that I had to learn. And once I figured that part out, it helped a lot with employment and making sure that you had good people working for you.
What do your customers say that they love about the new Crave, if you will, or the new restaurant?
I think they're enjoying the menu. We made the menu more relevant. I call it relevant to the market today. So when you come and you look at our menu at Crave, you're going to find a lot of specialty type of items, things that you're not going to find at your everyday breakfast place or what we call the greasy spoon places, the old Greek style restaurants, which are wonderful restaurants, but there's a need for another type of restaurant. So we really pride ourselves on the quality, the freshness of the products. We make everything in house. All of our sauces, all of our salsas, all of our guacamole is made here. We fry our chips in the fryers. We make all of our burgers and meats are prime choice quality, so they're the best you can buy in the market. We make sure that it's all high quality. Now we have to charge for that too. It has to be. I can't charge low prices for high quality food.
It's like we said, there's a trade-off.
Yes.
Just like with the spin-off of fast casual, 15, 20 years ago, right? When the Chipotles were born and the Qdobas and all these fast casual places, yes, you got food at a fast serve pace, but you had to pay a little bit more because the quality was a little bit higher.
Yes.
So I totally get it. If I were a first-time guest at your restaurant, what would you recommend to me to order so that I can have an amazing experience? Not that I wouldn't have an amazing experience otherwise, but what would you suggest?
Well, if you're coming in for breakfast, all right, because we have 3 different day parts, right? If you're coming in for breakfast, I'd suggest going to the breakfast specialty area on the menu. It's right in the middle of the menu. You're going to find biscuits and gravy with our homemade sausage gravy. You're going to find divorciados, which is a breakfast nachos dish that is out of this world. And it's one of those dishes that you may look at and say, I'm not going to order that because I'm not really sure. So a lot of times we'll bring it out to a table for them just to try, and people are just blown away by it. It's a wow dish, right? you might go to something lighter like an avocado toast. But all those breakfast specialty areas, they're all unique items to the breakfast business. There's a brioche egg sandwich, which is an egg sandwich on a brioche bun with cheddar cheese, bacon, ketchup aioli, and avocado. Like, there's some different things that are different flavors. There's some great Mexican flavors on the menu that are really good. So I would push you more in that direction, and then you'd have to determine what flavor am I looking for today. Omelets are great, but that's standard type of product that you can get.
Right.
Menu items you can get anywhere. Yeah. These are more specialty to our brand. For lunchtime, the BLT and avocado sandwich is a huge seller. It's a twist on the BLT. It's a BLT, and we add avocado to it. Right, so it has a little creamier taste. The avocado,
it's unique. It's a little different.
It's a little unique, a little different. We have a wonderful chicken parm sandwich. We have an incredible steak sandwich. It's a strip loin that is literally fat-free, eats and tastes just like a filet, and we slice it like a London broil, and we lay it on a nice baguette with grilled onions and grilled jalapenos, mozzarella cheese, and you get onion rings or French fries or anything you want with it on the side. And that's a really popular item, but more unique. Dinner time, we have a few of the old favorites that were here. We have liver and onions, which nobody serves anymore, but people come in here and rave about it.
You said liver and onions.
Yes.
That's amazing, because I'm a diehard fan of liver and onions, and it's very hard to find a restaurant that actually serves fresh, great liver and onions. Yep. So I'm definitely I'm definitely giving it a shot.
Yeah. We cook our liver and onions to order. We have a roast turkey dinner. It's basically like having Thanksgiving. Cranberry sauce, turkey, gravy, garlic mashed potatoes, and a homemade stuffing. And these are things that were part of the Plainfield Delight brand that we kept because they were so popular.
They were popular, yeah.
So we decided to take that dinner menu and kind of revamp it a little bit. So the whole menu is available all day. So you can have breakfast at night. You can have a sandwich at night. You can have anything. You can have a chicken parm dinner for breakfast. All the items are made to be able to made at any time and all made fresh to order. So, and everything's designed to cook in 6 minutes or less. That's how we cook everything. Great. So that it's fast service, so you're not sitting forever waiting. Depending on if it's busy or not, will depend if the wait time gets a little bit longer on the meals. But for the most part, everything's designed to be cooked very quickly. So. Chicken parm, we put some Italian dishes on. We put a homemade spaghetti and meatballs and a homemade chicken parmesan on the menu. And I'm an Italian kid. I'm not Greek. In the Greek in a Greek dominated business.
I'm not saying anything. I'm staying out of it.
So it's a little bit different. So what we ended up doing is I put those items on there, and believe it or not, chicken parmesan is our #1 seller at dinner time now. So it was just, and that was a surprise. I did not expect that. Now we have a wonderful 12-ounce New York strip. That we bring in that is the same steak that a Gibson's restaurant serves. I buy it from U.S. Foods. They're a company called Stockyards. They cut them for us. They're fresh when they come in. Nothing's frozen, and they're amazing. The customers that have come in that have had it are like, "This steak's better than some steakhouses we go to." Yeah, it can be done. You just got to buy the right meats.
So, folks, if you haven't tried the new Crave, I highly recommend that you stop by, and when in doubt, look for the specials. And always ask for a recommendation. You can't go wrong with asking for a recommendation, because it sounds like they do have plenty of oldie goldies here, but with a new, unique twist to them.
Yeah.
Kirk, quick question. Do you guys serve alcohol by any chance?
As a matter of fact, we just received our license, and within the next 2 weeks, we'll have a full alcohol selection. We'll have Bloody Marys, mimosas for morning or afternoon or evening. But we'll also have some craft beers bottled, and we're going to bring in some good wines to have with dinner, so that you can come in and have a nice meal and enjoy a nice beverage if you'd like.
Awesome. Actually, it sounds really delicious. Now I'm thinking about coming back, ordering a beer, and liver and onions, because that just sounds absolutely great for me.
Sounds awesome.
Before we wrap things up, is there anything else you would like to share with folks out there that might be happening with the restaurant?
Just you should be on the lookout for our different social media posts that are out there on Instagram and Facebook. We run different contests all the time. Like right now, through the end of this month, we're running a contest where on Facebook, where one person is going to win meals for a year.
Oh, great!
Which is about really a $720 value. And all you have to do is go on Facebook and you register right there. And the Facebook page is Crave Restaurant Plainfield is our Facebook. Also, we're going to be doing a lot of what are called charity events here. So we've gone out to the community, to the different organizations, and we're going to have certain nights where the organizations are going to send out to all of their followers and supporters that you can dine at Crave anytime on that particular day, and 50%, 50% of the proceeds that come in will be given back to that charity.
Oh, that's really
that
good.
organization.
That's really good. 50%.
Yeah. So we have a few schools lined up already. We have the Friends of the Library lined up for a day. So you'll probably be seeing some of that coming out in emails and on social media and stuff like that. That you know that if you'd like to be part of some charity giving, you can come out to dinner here, and 50% of your spend will go to those organizations.
And feel good about it. Come out, have a great dinner, and feel good about it because you've helped out a local organization. That's really great. Kirk, once again, I want to thank you for hanging out with me today and really sharing your story with us. I truly appreciate it. And folks, for any of you out there who would like to find out more about Kirk and Crave, all you have to do is scroll down to the bottom of this page and you'll see all the different ways that you can contact him. And for those of you who would actually like to share your story and get featured on our website, all you have to do is go to www.parkbench.com/Plainfield, click on the request interview icon, and we'll take care of the rest. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time.